Clan Loves Games here, and I'm here with a brand new video. If you could give me a like, subscribe, turn notification bell on only if you like the content. Now, one thing that I wanted to talk about today is exclusives. It's something that been on my mind, that's been on the minds of many other gamers out there, and it's just something that I wanted to discuss in my opinions on exclusivity, and is it pro-consumer or is it anti-consumer? I want to start off by at least talking about my perspective of the whole thing. I grew up, obviously every kid, probably my age, grew up more so a Nintendo person. Gradually, I became an Xbox person, in which I purchased an Xbox. I had an Xbox ever since the very first Xbox 360. I purchased the Xbox One, even though I wasn't completely sure the direction that the company was going in. And one thing that I noticed in the gaming sphere, if you will, is that many games that were coming out and many games that I saw on the market, or at least was marketed well, was just shooters. It was a lot of first-person shooters. It was a lot of shooters that were on all consoles. And for me, I didn't really enjoy that so much. I like shooters, but at the same time, it didn't feel like anyone was really pushing the envelope as far as the next chapter of gaming, good storytelling, new mechanics. You know, it seemed like everyone was kind of copying off each other. And even right now, you see that with things like Fortnite or Overwatch. You know, people are trying to copy off that, model that, and that's fine. But one thing that I noticed when I switched over from Xbox to PlayStation was the fact that there were so many games that was taking it a step further, that was giving great storytelling, that was really pushing the envelope when it comes to gaming. So when it comes to me and exclusivity, and if I think that it's pro-consumer or anti-consumer, I would have to say that it's pro-consumer only from the perspective that it's giving gamers some of the best experiences that you can ever get. Now, ideally, it would be important, it would be great, not important, but it would be great, you know, in a perfect world where these certain video games will be everywhere, that they will be on Xbox, that they will be on PC. I wouldn't care about that. I really wouldn't. I'm not one of those people that's all weird, like, oh, it has to just be on my console. No, I don't think like that. But the reality of the situation is we wouldn't have a Last of Us. We wouldn't have a Last of Us 2. We wouldn't have a Ghost of Tsushima. We wouldn't have a Spider-Man if it wasn't for exclusivity. And the reason being is because these companies, these publishers, and Sony being the publisher, they would not give a developer or a company that amount of time to make the best product possible if it wasn't for it being only on their console. It's a give and take. They make sure that they can allow the developers to make the best product possible so they can sell their product, so they can sell their hardware. It's a really easy concept to grasp, and I feel like a lot of the community, the gaming community, just don't get it. They just want it everywhere. They want this here, they want that there. And if I'm being completely honest, when I look at Xbox and the whole, you know, no console left behind thing that they have going on as far as video games, it shows that it's kind of suffering in a way, just from their showcase alone. Now, I can't talk about what's going to happen 2 years from now or later down the road, but what I could talk about right now is I think that they are holding video games back just a little bit because it has to be on different platforms. But when something is exclusive and the first party studios know that they have so much backing from the publisher, when they know that they have so much time to bring out a great product and that it has to be on a specific hardware and they have to make it to the best of their ability on that hardware, it matters. And you can make really great games that way. I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, the most beautiful game I've ever played in my entire life, and I'm playing it on a base PS4. So I understand that ideally in a perfect world we would have it where you could just have games on all platforms, but the reality is the content that is given to the consumer, the product, the what am I trying to say? Just the overall experience would be mitigated. It will be less than if it wasn't for exclusivity. PlayStation, Sony, Xbox, Microsoft, these two companies, they would have no reason to back and put so much money into a developer or into a developing company if it wasn't for knowing that it's going to come out on their console. So yes, I think it's pro-consumer. It's not anti-consumer. It's just the reality of the situation. It's been like this for a while now. And honestly, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I think that it's fine. I think that it's okay. When I'm playing PlayStation and I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima or even Last of Us, sure enough, Naughty Dog and Sucker Punch were some of the first ones to even utilize the touchpad. But even that little bit of just that little bit of addition to your experience means a lot to me as a consumer. So look, if it wasn't for exclusives, I probably wouldn't be into gaming again. If it wasn't for some of the experiences that I was able to get with my PlayStation, I probably wouldn't care about gaming anymore, because the direction that it was going in was just not that great to me. And knowing that there's companies like that still holding on to great titles, still holding on to great experiences, means a lot to me as a consumer. So my opinion, no, it's not anti-consumer. And I just don't know how you could really argue that it is anti-consumer. You wouldn't have got the experience to begin with if they were thinking 100%, let's just put things out on every single console. You would not get the great experiences that we get right now. So that's just my take on it. That's how I feel about it. Like I said, this was an open discussion. If you have a different opinion or you agree with me, that's fine too. Just leave a comment. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think. But yeah, until next Time, deuces. Thanks for watching.